Up first for our qualifying races tonight will be our Dow Auto Mini Stock Division. They'll be going 6 laps, and everyone will qualify tonight for our 300 to win 15-lap Dow Auto Mini Stock Feature. Last minute track work finishing up. Doug Leonard just gave the call to get the track packers off of the Speedway. And we'll be able to roll Heat 1 of our Dow Auto Mini Stocks here tonight. Heat 1 now rolling onto the Speedway for our Dow Auto Mini Stocks. First heat race of the night, and here is how they will line up. On the pole, 44, that's Danny Worcester in the 44, and to his outside another 44, that's 44V of Craig Vlasic. Inside, row 2, 7B, that's Braden Cuse, and his outside is the 16 of Fabio Olivieri. Inside, row 3, final starting spot on heat number 1 is the 91, that's Olivier Leroc. White flag out on the Speedway. We will be green in half a lap. Couple of 44s up front. Worcester and Vlasic up front in this one. Hughes, Oliveri, and Leroc. Round out your field in our first heat race of the night. It is for our Dow Auto Mini Stocks 6-lapper. Here comes the green out of 4. And we are racing for another night here at Humberstone Speedway. Olivieri looking to split the middle already down the front straightaway, with Vlasic and Worcester racing side by side into one. Vlasic in the Volkswagen gets the run. Worcester in the 44 truck now settles into second, but he's got pressure from the 16 of Olivieri. Here comes Leroc in the 91 running the high side. Leroc up to the cushion trying to get around the 16 of Olivieri, who's trying to battle with the 44 of Worcester, but out front it's all 44V Craig Vlasic in that Volkswagen. Vlasic checking out on the field, but behind him, good 4-car battle for spots 2 through 5 with Worcester, Olivieri, Leroc, and Cuse. All those cars fast. Vlasic definitely looking to be the class of the field in this heat race so far as Olivieri takes a peek to the inside of the 44 Worcester. Nothing works there. Leroc up to the extreme high side in that 91. Halfway down, 3 and 3 to go for the 44 of Vlasic up front. Now here comes Leroc to the inside of the 44 of Worcester, back into field to take over the 3rd spot in that 91. 16 Olivieri doing a good job to battle into the 2nd spot. 2 to go this time by for that 44 of Vlasic. White flag out on the Speedway for the 44 of Vlasic, doing a good job in that normal Buscom ride, that 44. Olivieri starting to close in just a little bit in that 16. Half a lap to go for the 44 of Olivieri. Or for the 44 of Vlasic, sorry, into 3 and 4. Final time. Checker flag is waving in the air. It's going to be Craig Vlasic picking up the win over Fabio Olivieri, 2nd. Olivier Leroc, 3rd. 4th will be Danny Worcester. Or no, 4th will be Cuse over Worcester at the line. Nice job by Cuse to snag that position over Worcester at the line. Up next, heat number 2, final heat, our Dow Auto Mini Stocks. And here is the lineup from Steve.
All right, thank you. Inside, row number 1 in the 13 to be Vincent Pagnotta. Outside, row number 1 in the 7 to be Jordan Demariga. Inside, row number 2 in the 14L will be John Luback. Starting in 4th in the 38S to be Sam Iftati, and the 6S to be Mike Sarantokos.
White flag out on the Speedway. Pagnotta and D'Ambrosio on the front row. Lubeck, Iftati, and Sarantakos round out the field. Nice and slow pace into 3 and 4. Green flags out. We're racing on Heat 2 for our mini stocks here tonight. Iftati split in the middle in that 38 car. He's going to go to the high side now in 1 and 2, try to get around the 14 of Lubeck. Couple of Mustangs battling for that second spot. Lubeck gets the run down the back straightaway in that 14. He's going to move in on the 13 of Pagnotta. Out of turn 4, lap number 1, it's going to be Pagnotta, but we've got Lubeck in that 14 closing heavily on him. D'Ambrosio on the 7, and Iftati and Sarantokos round out the field right now. Lubeck has caught the 13 of Pagnotta out front. He's looking to the outside, possibly make a move on him in turn 3 and 4 now. Here comes Lubeck to the outside of that 13 and 14, battling for the number 1 spot here in Heat 2 for our mini stocks at Humberstone. Lubeck can't quite seal the deal just yet. Halfway down, 3 and 3 to go here in heat number 2 for our Dow Auto mini stocks here tonight. John Lubeck now out front in that 14 car. Vincent Pagnotta in the 13 doing a good job, and those 2 Mustangs able to power away from the rest of the field. Lubeck this time will see 2 to go, as the field is single file for now, with Lubeck your leader, followed by Pagnotta, D'Ambrosio, Sarantakos, and Iftati is the field at the line that time by. White flag now is out for the 14L of John Lubeck. 4 more corners and he will bring home the heat win here tonight. Believe he won the feature Friday night at Maribel. Into 3 and 4, final time. Checker flag is waving. John Lubeck picks up the win over 13. Pagnotta, we've got a battle for third. It's going to be 6X Mike Sarantakos over the 7 of D'Ambrosio and the 38 of Iftati. Rolling on the Speedway now, heat number 1 of our GR EnviroRail Incorporated Street Stocks. GR EnviroRail also tonight's night sponsor, so once again, thank you to them for putting on this night's racing. Here is the lineup. On pole, 30J, Kevin Sharp to his outside, 25, Ryan Dinning. Row 2, 11, that's T-Pole to his outside, 37J, Jeff Bean. Row 3 inside, 19, Kyle Wirt, his outside, 05, Pete Reed, feature winner here a couple weeks ago. Inside, row 4, 21, that's Spencer Smolders, his outside, Burger Barn Ride, 55, that's Mikey Thorne, and rounding out the field in the 327, that is Sean Jones. 397, doesn't look like they made the call here. Heat 1, GR Environmental Street Stocks, and we are green. Dinning in that 25 gets a good jump into turn number 1 and 2. He will lead him. And now we're 3 wide back in the field for that third spot, with Kyle Wirt in the 19 getting a good run to the inside of Bean. Smolders in that 21 also doing a good job moving up. Here comes 05 of Reed. Lots of good battling. A little bit of contact out of turn number 4 that time with the 21 of Smolders, and I couldn't see who else got into that. It might have been the 11 of T-Pole. But out front, still Ryan Dinning all alone in that 25. But here comes 19, Kyle Wirt doing a good job moving up with Pete Reed in that 05 in tow. Now Reed to the outside of Wirt in that 05. He's going to take up the third position now, work on the 30 car for second. Pete Reed with a great run down the back straightaway. He's looking for the second spot in that 05. Pete Reed's definitely got that 05 Camaro hooked up tonight on that high side. I see that time by a nose did have the second spot over the 30 junior of Sharp. Pete Reed now into that second spot. Here comes Smolders looking to the inside of Sharp with Wirt on the high side in the 19. Mikey Thorne in that 55. In behind them as we are halfway down for the 25 of Dinning, who has checked out to about almost a straightaway lead over the 05 of Reed. Ryan Dinning clicks off another lap in that 25 car using the Ken Sargent ride. Wirt and Sharp, best battle on the track right now for the 5th spot as Mikey Thorne in that Burger Barn ride. 55 car has moved up to 4th as there's 2 to go this time by for the 25 of Dinning, who's definitely getting rolled in a little bit by the 05 of Pete Reed. Reed down to about a 6 car length disadvantage now over the 25 of Dinning. Definitely rolling in that 25, but he's only got 1 lap to go and might run out of time as the white flag is waving this time by for that 25 car of Dinning. Thorne now to the inside of Smolders. He wants that 3rd spot at the checker flag. Checker flag out this time. 25, that's Dinning picking up the win over 05. Reed 2nd. 3rd going to be Thorne at the line over Smolders. 4th, 5th, Wirt. 6th going to be Sharp, rounding out the field, the 37 of Bean. For our GR EnviroRail Incorporated Street Stock Division here tonight, and here is the lineup from Steve.
All right, and so inside row number 1 in the 01 JR would be Barry Beck Jr. Outside in the 49 would be Dave Bailey, starting in the 3rd position. Jason Fontaine in the 1J, starting in 4th. Jimmy Latman in the 28th. Starting in the 5th position, number 41 would be Adam Plazik, and in 6th, the 16 of Fabio Oliveran. Starting 7th, the 44 would be Robbie General, and starting 8th, the 11R of Brian Richardson.
Green flag is out on this one. Beck and Bailey going to lead him into turn number 1. Fontaine and Lampman in behind him. Plazik in that 41 looking to the inside. We've got 3 wide battle down the back straightaway for that lead spot with Fontaine, Beck, and Bailey. Fontaine gets a little loose, gets into the quarter panel of Beck just a little bit, but he's got the inside line. Now there's still 3 wide down the front straightaway. Great battle out front of this second heat race for the GR EnviroRail Incorporated Street Stock Division here tonight. Fontaine still to the inside of the 01. We got the 1J and the 01 down the back straightaway. Beck pulls into second for now. Fontaine throws it in again on the bottom. Looking for that second spot. Plazik in that Gen 3 Camaro, number 41. Looking for a mistake out of the front, too. He's going to try to move up as he's already up to the 4th spot in that 41. Jim Lampman, 28, rounds out the top 5 for now. Dave Bailey clicks off another lap in that 49 car. Jason Fontaine moving in that 1J, trying to gain on that 49. Now Plazik looking to the inside of Beck down the back straightaway. Plazik can't quite get to the door of Beck. Now he tries to get there in the corner. He's there almost to the inside of Beck down the front straightaway, but Beck just got a little bit more power, and that 01 car powers down the front straightaway into 3rd again. Plazik not going away, though. Still to the inside of that 01. That's definitely the best battle on the speedway right now. Bailey not checking out whatsoever in this one, though. Fontaine still there with about 3 car lengths behind 49 of Bailey. So Fontaine definitely not letting Bailey get out of his sights. Plazik that time almost goes off the top of turn number 2, so he loses a little bit of ground to the 01 of Beck for that 3rd spot as there's 2 to go this time by for the 49 Brewster Baker. That's Dave Bailey. Caution flag on the speedway. We've got a car around on the bottom of turn number 2, so we're going to have to go yellow with 2 laps remaining here in this second heat race for the street stocks. I think that might be the 16 of Olivieri around in turn number 2. Dave Bailey got 2 more laps to go in that 49 to pick up the heat win. Jason Fontaine in that 1J definitely doesn't want to let him. Plazik in that 41 doing a good job to move up to 3rd. As we're racing into turn number 1 and 2, Fontaine looks to the inside of Bailey, gets to his left rear quarter panel. Let's see if this gets exciting into turn number 3 and 4. Fontaine on the bottom, Bailey on the top. Fontaine slides up into Bailey just a little bit at the white flag. Bailey over half a car over the 1J of Fontaine. We are going to have a good race for this heat win in this street stock race here tonight. Final heat on the evening for the GR Envirail Street Stocks. Bailey pulls out to the lead into 3 and 4. Final time. Let's see what's going to happen out of 4. It's going to be 49. Dave Bailey picking up the win over 1J Fontaine. 41. Plazik third. 4th. Richardson. 5th. Lampman. And 6th. The 327. A Smith. Is going to be heat number 1 of our Mod Lite division here this evening. And here is lineup from Steve.
Thank you, Travis. Starting inside row number 1 would be Dave Cornish in the 291. Outside row number 1, starting in the second position, would be Brent Bigelow in the 16. Inside row number 2 would be RJ Pitts in the 55. And to his right in the 50 would be Dylan Slider. Starting in the third row, 5th position, the 24 of Randy Giroux. To his outside, starting in 6th, the number 4 of Tyler Winger. And starting in the last position, 7th, inside row number 4 would be 6S of Riley Slider.
White flag out on the speedway. We're going to be green next time by Cornish and Bigelow. Is your front row. Pitts and Slider. In behind them, Giroux and Winger. Slider. And we are ready to go out of 4 here. Nice and slow start with the 291 of Cornish and the 16 of Bigelow. Just creep into that second cone. And we are green flag racing in this first heat race for the Mod Lights here tonight. Bigelow leads into turn number 1 and 2. Dylan Slider in that 50 looking to get the second. RJ Pitts doesn't want to let him. We are 3 wide for that third spot down the back straightaway. Pitts gets a good run off the middle of the speedway. He slides up, but that's going to allow Randy Giroux in that 24 car to roll the bottom. As we got one off the top, that's the 211.91 of Cornish falling to the back after he made a mistake on the top of turn number 3 and 4. Giroux in that 24 car doing a good job to move up to the second spot in one swoop in 3 and 4 that time, as Bigelow out front is your leader, but we got one around in 3 and 4. That is the 8 car. Green flag is out. We are racing once again. Giroux in that 24 didn't get the best start. Allows Bigelow to get the lead into turn number 1 and 2, but Drew's going to report to the cushion, try to get a good run down the back straightaway. Here comes Winger in the 4 car to the inside of Pitts down the back straightaway. Winger looking to take over third from Pitts. They are side by side through 3 and 4 as Bigelow clicks off another lap. Drew still second, but now Winger in that 4 car. He's been pretty quick this year. Picked up a win or 2 so far on the 2022-21 season. Winger now into third. Pitts not letting him get away though in that 26. They're both starting to close in on the 24 Giroux. And Bigelow in that 16 not getting away out front either as he clicks off another lap. That's 3 in for our first Mod Lite heat race here tonight. Halfway down, 4 and 4 to go for the 16 of Brent Bigelow. He's been out front, led every lap in this one. Giroux moved up to second spot. He hasn't been able to do anything with the 16 of Bigelow, and he's going to have company in the form of the 4 of Tyler Winger soon, as Winger's got her wound up on that top side, moving in on the 24. Giroux just looking for which way he's going to go. That's the best battle on the speedway right now for a Winger and the 24. Giroux is now Winger looks to the inside of the 24 car down the back straightaway, and he is there. Great battle for that second spot between the 4 and 24 as Bigelow sees 2 to go. That time by as Winger does take over the second spot at the line. White flag out for the 16 of Brent Bigelow. Looking to pick up the heat win in the Mod Lite division here tonight. Giroux gets the second spot back from the 4 of Winger. Great battle for that second spot the whole time. Giroux now back to that second spot in the 24. Pitts looking to try a move at checker flag. It's going to be 16 Bigelow picking up the win. Second Giroux. Third Winger. 4th Pitts. 5th will be Dylan Slider rounding out the top 5. for the Mod Lights tonight, and here's the lineup from Steve.
Thank you, Travis. Here we go. Inside row number 1 be Sean Iftati in the 27. Starting in the outside, row number 1 in the second position be Tim Anderson in the 15. Starting inside, row number 2, Sean Slider in the 09. To his outside in the 88 to be Rob Meisner. Starting in the 5th position inside, row number 3, Jeffrey May in the 23. In the 6th position be Josh Slider in the 17. Starting in the 7th position, the 44 be Ryan Anderson.
Green flag going to be flying out of 4. Iftati and Tim Anderson, your front row. In behind them, Sean Slider in the 09, Rob Meisner in the 88 tonight. Another nice, creepy, slow start out of 4. They're at the cone. Green flag is out. Tim Anderson gets the jump in that 15. Here comes Sean Slider trying to split the middle in that 09 car. He gets to the cushion. Anderson slides up. Slider turns it underneath him. He's going to be second down the back straightaway as if Toddy in that 27 leads into 3 and 4. In behind him, pretty good gaggle of cars battling for that second spot. Almost 3 wide for the third spot as May came up from the back of the field already into third spot in that 23 car. So good opening lap for the 23 of May to move up to third, and he's closing in on the 09 of Slider now down the back straightaway. May now inside of the 09 of Slider looking for a way by. Couldn't find one that time. Anderson pushes up the speedway again. That opens up the door for the 17 of Josh Slider down the back straightaway. Slider now into 4th. Here comes Meisner. Gives a little bit of a door slam to the 15 Anderson. And now Anderson's at the back of the field. That opens up the door for the other Anderson. The 44 car is now up front. If Toddy hits a slippery spot or something, he got all crossed up at it too, and he's going to lose the lead to the 09 of Slider. Is now that's a battle for the lead with Slider, May, and Slider coming out of 4. We're 4 and 4 to go in this second heat for the Modern Lights here tonight. Sean Slider, 09, rolling the middle, the high side. Jeffrey May rolling the bottom in that 23. Josh Slider also rolling the high side in that 17 Savage chassis car. If Toddy starting to reel them back in after his bobble in 1 and 2 the last time by. Slider now runs her in hard in the cushion, but didn't work out. 2 to go this time by for the 09 of Sean Slider. May been on his rear bumper the whole time, but hasn't been able to find a way by the 09 of Sean Slider. Now Josh Slider moves in on the 23 of May. Still a good battle out front. Top 3 definitely nose to tail still as they see the white flag this time by. Down the back straightaway, one final chance for the 23 of May to try to get around the 09 of Slider. Slider looks like he missed up a little bit. Here we go at the line. Who's it going to be? It's going to be 09 Sean Slider over 23 Jeffrey May. Josh Slider 3rd, 4th Sean Iftati, 5th Ryan Anderson, 6th is Rob Meisner, and rounding out the field is Tim Anderson in the 15. Heat number 1 of our Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division. They'll be going 25 laps later on for a 1,000 win. And here is lineup from Steve.
Thank you, Travis. Heat number 1, inside row number 1, the 5S would be Matt Sharp. Outside row number 1 and 13M would be Daniel McKay. Inside row number 2 will be Adam Leslie in the 15L. Starting in 4th position be Terry Smith in the 22. Starting in the 3rd row, 5th position, Rob Knapp in the 2K. Outside, 17 CB Travis Miller. Starting in the 7th position inside row number 4 be Justin Sharp in the 8S. Starting in 8th position in the 11 to be Dan Ferguson.
Sharp and McKay super slow into 3 and 4, looking for the green this time by. Green flag is out and we are racing for heat number 1 of our Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division. Sharp leads out of turn number 2. McKay gets bouncy on the cushion. So does Travis Miller picking up the ride in that Baron Roofing 17C ride for the night. Travis Miller back in a car for the first time in a while as Justin Sharp and Ferguson in that 11 are battling out for about the 6th spot. Is now Leslie in the 15, looking to the inside of Sharp in the 5. Looks like Adam Leslie picking up a ride in one of the Brad Rouse 18R cars here tonight. He's trying to race down the 5 of Matt Sharp. Rob Knapp in behind him. Good to see Rob out here at the Speedways. As I say that, he gets way loose in 3 and 4. That almost opens up the door for the 22 of Smith. Ferguson and Sharp, they've been side by side the whole race so far. As out front, Matt Sharp in the 5R doing a good job to hold off Leslie for now. As Leslie in that 18R car looking to the bottom side. He hits a little bit of a slick spot, can't do nothing as we're halfway down that time by the 5 of Sharp. Leslie in that spare Rouse ride, looking for a way around that 5 of Sharp. Sharp's been doing a good job just rolling the middle and blocking any pathways by for the 18 of Leslie. This time by, going to be 2 to go. Leslie tried, but again could not do it. Sharp doing a good job in that 5 car. Knapp in the 2K starting to fade just a little bit in 3rd. As now the 11 of Ferguson has gotten around the 8S of Justin Sharp, and he is into the 5th spot, and he's trying to move into the 22 of Terry Smith as the white flag's out now for the 8S of Matt Sharp. Sharp, your leader, into 3 and 4 for the final time. Leslie, one final stab at it. Let's see if he can get there. He backs out of it. It's going to be Matt Sharp picking up the win over Adam Leslie, Rob Knapp, Terry Smith, Dan Ferguson, your top 5, 6, Miller, 7, Sharp, and rounding out the field is the 13 of McKay. So great job there by that 5S of Matt Sharp, picking up first heat win of the night here for our Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division. Rolling on to the Speedway now is going to be heat number 2, and here is the lineup from Steve.
Starting on the inside, row number 1 in the 74, Dave Flanagan Jr. Starting outside, row number 1 in the 28 to be Mitch Dumont. Starting inside row number 2 in the 72 will be James Friesen. Outside, starting in 4th, Billy Bleach in the 108. Starting in 5th position inside row number 3 in the 12P will be Emily Pachelski. Starting in 6th, the 21P will be Tyler Pachelski. Starting in the 4th row, 7th position to be Jay Mallory in the 20, and to his outside to be Curtis Friesen in the 68.
Sportsman Heat race number 2. Ready to go green out of 4. 8 laps. Everybody qualifies for the 1,000 to win 25 lap feature later on in the evening. Flanagan and Dumont going to get to the green flag, and here we go. Flanagan gets a good start in that 74 car. JMF looks to the inside now of Dumont in that 72. 3 wide for 3rd as Emily Pachelski's got 3rd for now, but here comes Jay Mallory on the bottom in the 20. As looks like we didn't like that start, and we are going to back him down into 3 and 4. Caution flag out. We're going to re-rack him and try it again. Drivers must fire at the second cone in 3 and 4. Flanagan going just a little bit early. Going to cost him a row. Here we go. Try it again. Green flag is out. Looks better that time as Friesen must have a bit of a slick spot out of 3 and 4. Got a little squirrely on the bottom. That allows Dumont to stay to his outside for now, but Friesen gets a good bite off the bottom of 4 now. Off the bottom of 2, sorry, and leads down the back straightaway. Dumont not going away. He took a peek to the inside of the 72, but now Flanagan in that 74. He's got a fire lid under his butt. He's chasing down the 72 now in second. 74 in second now with the 72 out front. Dumont now looking to the 74 inside into 3 and 4, but Flanagan shuts the door. 12 of Pachelski in 4th, looking for 3rd inside of the 28 of Dumont. Billy Bleach in the 108 got too high there in 3 and 4, and he reports to the back in that 108. Tyler Pachelski got bouncing in 1 and 2 that time, cost himself some ground to the 68 of Curtis Friesen, as now Jay Mallory to the inside of the 12P of Emily Pachelski, looking for that 4 spot this time, and he's going to side by side. It was a dead heat at the line for 4th between the 12 of Pachelski and the 20 of Mallory. Best battle on the track right now. As Mallory noses in front into 3 and 4 that time by halfway down for the 72 of Friesen. 74 Flanagan, not letting him get away at all. Both those cars rolling the bottom in 1 and 2. Mitch Dumont had a rough opening couple laps, but he has settled in nicely into the 3rd spot in that 28 car, and he's distancing himself from the 20 of Mallory, who is currently in 4th, but up front still the same distance in between the front two as it's been the whole race. 72 of Friesen and 74 of Flanagan, as now JMF changes lines that time, tried the top side, and that let the 74 move in just a little bit. Looks like Flanagan gained on a little bit, but JMF opens it, backs up in 1 and 2. JMF got 6 car lengths over the 74 of Flanagan as they see the white flag this time by for the 72 of JMF. Backstretch they ride, final time into 3 and 4. Checker flag in the air. It's going to be James Michael Friesen picking up the heat win, followed by Dave Flanagan 2nd, 3rd Dumont, 4th Mallory, 5th Pachelski, 6th Tyler Pachelski, 7th is going to be 108 Bill Bleach, and rounding out the field 68 of Curtis Friesen.
Heat number 3, starting on the inside, row number 1 to be Bill Gill in the 49. Outside, row number 1 in the 23, and it'll be Nathan Petey. Starting in the 96, starting in 3rd, number 96B would be Luke Carlton. Starting in 4th in the 7B, Cody McPherson. Starting in the 5th position inside, row number 3 would be 18 RB Brad Rouse. Starting in 6th position outside, row number 3, 99P Greg Punante. Starting in 7th, inside row number 4, John Babion in the 62, and outside row number 4 in the 8th starting position, the 66 PB Jeff Penante.
Gill and Petey, your front row. Green flag is out, and we are racing out of turn number 4. Luke Carlton gets a great start in that 96. Looks to the inside of Gill. He's going to be 2nd spot out of turn number 2 this time. Looks to the inside of Petey. Petey leads down the back straightaway. Rouse and McPherson battling for 3rd. McPherson gets into the cushion wrong, but he fixes it and turns it back under the 96 of Carlton. And good job by McPherson there to cross over the 96 and pick up 3rd spot as Petey jumps the cushion a little bit there out of turn number 2. That opens up the door for the 18R Brad Rouse. So that's going to be interesting tonight with Rouse in the white 18R and Leslie in the black 18R. I'm going to have to remember that. Now Rouse takes the lead. Petey doing a good job, though, in that 23 to hold with the leaders. Lots of heavy hitters in the Sportsman division this heat, that's for sure, with Rouse, McPherson, Penante, and Carlton all at the front in this one. Penante now goes to the cushion, tries to get a run on the 96 of Carlton. Can't do it that time. Carlton still holds on to 3rd. Petey Petey 3rd, Carlton 4th. Penante gets tight on the cushion that time. Allows 96 to get away, as now we got a battle for the lead. Lucky 7, that's Cody McPherson looking to the inside of the 18R of Brad Rouse at the halfway point this time by. It was dead heat at the line between Rouse and McPherson. That time, Nathan Petey gets into the back of the 96 of Luke Carlton, sends him around, and we are going to have to go yellow. Field's doubled up. We're coming to green this time by with Rouse and McPherson out front in this one. Going to be a good battle between those two for the heat win. Final heat of the night for the Sportsman division. Green flag's out. McPherson gets a way better start than Rouse that time off the top side. Looks like there's a little bit of moisture possibly on the bottom of 4. A couple drivers now getting squirrely off the bottom of 4 on restarts. Rouse trying to battle back to the inside now of the lucky 7 McPherson, who's now your leader. In that 7 car as he clicks off lap 5 that time by. 5 in, 3 to go for the 7 and McPherson. 96 Luke Carlton going to take it to the pits, it looks like. Track starting to slick up a little bit in the middle. Starting to see that dust roll off the right rear tires. 2 to go this time by for 7 and McPherson. Rouse now changes to the top side. It's good getting into one, but looks like it fades a little bit off too, and McPherson's able to power way off the bottom side. All top drivers in the top 4 now to the bottom. A 3 and 4 white flag out this time by 4-7 of McPherson. 4 more corners, and he's able to pick up the win in Heat 3 of our Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division here tonight. Cody looking like he's got a good setup, looking for that $1,000 win later on here tonight. Checker flag out. It's going to be Cody McPherson picking up the win. Second, Rouse. Third, Greg Penante. Fourth, Jeff Penante. Fifth, Petey. Sixth, Babian. Seventh, Gill rounds out the field. Good job to the 7 of Cody McPherson there, picking up the win. Top 3 to the scales. And rolling off top of turn number 2 now, it's going to be Heat number. First visit for the Rick's Delivery 358 Modifieds since the Pete Costco Memorial a couple weeks ago. And here's the lineup from Steve for Heat 1.
Here we go, heat number 1. Inside, row number 1. Derek Van Mill. Outside, row number 1 in the 71 being Mike Bowman. Starting in the second row, starting in the 3rd position. Tom Flanagan in the 82. Starting in the 4th position to be the 1XP of Austin Wood. Starting in the 3rd row in the 0 be Glenn Stiers. Starting outside, row number 3 be Matt Williamson in the 6th. And starting in the 4th row, 7th position, be Chad Trevier in the 12.
Van Mill and Bowman, nice slow pace into 3 and 4. Second cone is where they go. Green flag is out. Van Mill, another one. It gets a little squirrely off 4. That opens up for the great start for the 71 of Bowman, who now pushes the cushion in 1 and 2. Austin Wood, feature winner, picked up his first win in a modified a couple weeks ago. Got squirrely that time off the top at turn number 1 and 2. He's going to fade through the field a little bit as Matt Williamson in that S&W 6 got a great start. He's from 6th spot all the way up into 2nd now. Looks like that 6 car of Money Matt on a mission here tonight in that 6 car. Finished 9th last night at the Super Dirt Car Series race at Canandaiguas. He's already caught the 71 of Bowman looking to the inside. Bowman leads. Williamson rolling him in. Flanagan in that 82 Outlaw Chassis car, Merv Winfield owned. First ride tonight for this 82 of Flanagan. As I say that, he gets turned by the 1XP of Wood. Looks like Flanagan was slowing there and caused the 1XP of Wood to get into him. And we've got a little bit of a parking lot in 3 and 4 with 82 Flanagan, 0 of Stiers, and the 12 of Chevalier. All got caught up there. Otherwise, they're going to have to wait till the feature. Green flag is out again. Bowman in that 71. Got a jump over the 6 of Williamson. Williamson now powers to the outside. He's got the right foot planted to the floorboard in that 6 car. Gets a great run down the back straightaway as Williamson powers around the outside of Bowman. Williamson up to that cushion. Bowman on the bottom. Out of 4. Williamson leads that lap by a nose over the 71 of Bowman. Williamson getting a good bite off the top of 2. One of the only drivers to make that work tonight as he's still sailing the high side in that 6 car as he comes to see the halfway down sign this time by for him to go for the 6 of Williamson, who now starts to drive away a little bit from the 71 of Bowman. Austin Wood in 3rd in that 1XP, Chevalier 4th, and Van Mill rounding out the top 5. But right now looks like Glenn Stiers rejoined the field at the back, looking to at least pass the 82 of Flanagan. Pick up the 6th finishing position as he is a couple laps down, I'm thinking. Williamson doing a great job on that cushion. Great cushion starting to form at both ends of the speedway, nice and juicy. Williamson's laying his rear into it as he sees 2 to go that time by. Williamson now pulling away to about a half straightaway lead over the 71 of Bowman. Williamson's been shut out here so far this season at Humberstone. Looking to change that tonight in that S&W Service Center number 6 car as he's got 3/4 straight lead over Bowman that time at the white flag. Bowman parking it around the guardrail. Austin Wood doing the same thing. Matt Williamson into 3 and 4. Checker flag out in the air. It's going to be Matt Williamson picking up the win. He won of the modifieds, followed by Bowman in 2nd. 3rd, Austin Wood. 4th, Chad Chevalier. 5th, Derek Van Mill. Rounding out the field will be the 0 of Glenn Stiers.
Thank you, Travis. Here we go. Heat number 2. Inside row number 1 to be Tane Podwinski in the 72K. Outside row number 1, also in the 72, would be Cody McPherson. Inside row number 2, starting in the 3rd position, Shane Pierce in the 88. Starting in 4th, Mark D'Hilario in the 08. Starting in the 3rd row, 5th position, the 2X of Tom Neal. Starting 6th in the 38 will be Scott Wood. In 7th position, inside row number 4 in the 73, be Dylan Davidson.
Podwinski and McPherson on the front row. A couple of team cars out front in this one. McPherson picking up the ride in the spare Podwinski car. Last time he was in the green and white 72. This time he is in the red 72. So that's Cody McPherson in the red car. Tanner Podwinski in the white car. 272 is going to lead him to green. Green flag is out. And we are racing in Heat 2 of the Rick's Delivery Modified Division here tonight. McPherson on the high side. He's going to battle with his teammate down the back straightaway. McPherson's got the lead by 3/4 of a car. Into turn number 3 that time by D'Hilario in 3rd. Here comes Pierce on the bottom. Scott Wood, winner of a feature here earlier in the season. He won the All-Canadian Championships back in August. He spins around off the top of turn number 3 and 4, and we will be yellow. Woody in that 38 gets her turned around after his trip around off turn number 3 and 4. He's going to join the back of the field. We're going to double up and be white. Into 3 and 4, and we're going to be green flag again. Green flag's out. McPherson gets a better jump this time in that red 72 car into 1 and 2. Pierce trying to get to the outside of Podwinski, but that ain't going to work as Pierce got shoved off the top of turn number 2 that time, and now he's in a 3-wide battle for the 4th spot down into 3 and 4 with Wood on the bottom. As now D'Hilario gets turned around by the 72 of Podwinski. Mac collects the 88 of Pierce, and we will be yellow again. D'Hilario around in 3. Pierce off the top of 3 in the 88. In that 72 car, picking up the ride in the other Podwinski car on the night. Tom Neal in 3rd, Dylan Davidson 4th. They're all looking for good runs in this heat. Green flag back out. Another good start for the 72 of McPherson into 1 and 2. Wood looks to his inside. Tom Neal rolling 3rd. And now D'Hilario gets into the side of the 72 of Podwinski, shoves him off the top at turn number 1 and 2. As Davidson misses the top in 3 and 4, that allows D'Hilario to get by. Tough break for Davidson there, missed his line in 3 and 4. He falls back to 5th, is now to the inside of Cody McPherson down the back straightaway. It's going to be Scott Wood in that 38 car picking up the lead. As we come this time by to see halfway down 4 in 4 to go for the 38 of Scott Wood, who looks mighty quick again in that 38 car here tonight. Holding on to the 3rd spot for now, 2X Tom Neal, but he's about to have company from the 08 of Mark D'Hilario. Wood picks off another lap. We've got 3 to go this time by his D'Hilario. That time gets by the 2X Neal down the front straightaway. Neal concedes 3rd to the 08 of D'Hilario, but he's not going to let him get away just yet. As Neal looking to mount a charge back in that 2X, 2 to go that time by for the 38 of Scott Wood. He's starting to nose out in front, about 3/4 of a straightaway lead over the 72 of Podwinski. Or sorry, McPherson. White flag out for the 38 of Wood. D'Hilario in that 08 now has caught the back of that red 72 car, TR Enviro-Rail Inc. on the quarter panel of that car. D'Hilario's now looking to the inside of him for that 2nd spot. Checker flag out this time. It's going to be Scott Wood picking up the win in heat race number 2. D'Hilario can able to steal the 2nd spot at 3 and 4 from Cody McPherson, who finishes 3rd, 4th. Tom Neal 5th. Dylan Davidson, and rounding out the field will be the 72K of Tanner Podwinski. So Scotty Wood looking mighty quick again in that 38 car here tonight at Humberstone. Congrats to him on the heat win. See heat 3 for our Rick's Delivery Modified Division, and here's the lineup from Steve.
Thank you, Travis. Starting in the front row in the 37S would be Gary Lindberg. Outside row number 1 in the 41 be Boyd McTavish. 2nd row inside the 96B would be Luke Carlton. And starting in the 4th position would be Tyler Willard in the 777. Starting in the 3rd row, 5th position be Todd Gordon in the 28th. And starting 6th in the 1 PB, Darren Peters.
Lindbergh and McTavish lead him to green. Nice and slow into 3 and 4. Carlton and Willard in behind him. They were 1-2 at the Pete Costco Memorial. Green flag is out. We are racing into turn number 1 and 2. McTavish slide. Oh, we got trouble in 1 and 2. Willard gets turned around by the 1 of Peters. We're going to have to go yellow for a tangle in 1 and 2 between Willard and the 777. Pete Costco Memorial winner and the 1 of Peters. Green flag's out and we're racing once again. Final heat of the night for our Rick's Delivery Modified division. Pretty much a replay of the first start minus the spin as Carlton gets a good run to the inside of the 41 of McTavish. He's going to take the second spot that time into turn number 3 and 4. Lindbergh leads lap 1 over Carlton, Gordon, McTavish, Willard, and Peters. Willard now gets by Peters and McTavish in turn number 1 and 2. Willard up to that 4th spot in the 777. Going to work on the 28 of Todd Gordon. Will be next in line. Willard didn't get the best run through 3 and 4 that time. 28 of Gordon able to pull away just a little bit. Out front, Gary Lindbergh in that 37S. Been your leader since the get-go. He's going to click off lap 3 this time by 3 and 5 to go. 37 to Lindbergh over Carlton, Gordon, Willard, and Peters are top 5 at the moment. Halfway in for the 37 of Gary Lindbergh. Carlton in the 96. He's been fast both times here at Humberstone this year. I believe he has a 2 seconds or a second and a third. So definitely lots of speed here at Humberstone for that 96 here in 2021. Todd Gordon doing a good job to hold that top 3 position. Willard in the 777 looking for any way by. As Lindbergh top another lap. 3 to go now for our last qualifying event of the evening. We'll be getting to our features after this. 2 to go now for the 37 of Lindbergh. White flag waving in the air now. 1 lap to go for the 37S of Gary Lindbergh in that Andrew Sittler own ride. Lindbergh down the back straightaway. Got a battle for 4th as now Peters in that 1XP is going to try to push the cushion and get around the 777 of Willard. So we got a good battle for the 4th spot on the last lap. Lindbergh picks up the win in the 37S. Second going to be Carlton, but at the line it's going to be Gordon over Peters, Willard, and McTavish rounds out the field. So good last lap there for the 1 of Peters. Got around Willard. Almost got Gordon.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave Ribs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
A guy like this, who relies on his truck for work, knows that his truck will take care of him if he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners to no-drill mud flaps to tech liner for your truck bed to bump step to the handy under-seat storage system. And Cup Phone keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your ultimate protection today at weathertech.ca.
Here we go. Inside, row number 1, the 44V of Craig Vlasic. Outside, row number 1, the 14L will be John Lubeck. Inside, row number 2, Fabio Oliveri in the 16. Outside, row number 2, starting in the 4th position, Vincent Pagnotta in the 13. Starting in the 5th position, inside row number 3, Oliver Larocque in the 91. Starting in the 6th position, the 6S, Mike Sarantokos. Starting in the 4th row, 7th position, in the 7B, Brandon Hughes. Starting in the 8th position, outside row number 4, the 7B, Jordan DeBrogio. Starting in the 5th row. Starting in the 9th position, in the 44, Danny Worster. Starting in 10th in the 38S to be Sam Iftadi.
Pace truck to the infield. We're going to be green next time by. Vlasic and Lubeck front row. Olivieri and Pagnotta in behind them. We're going 15 laps for 300 to win here tonight. And our Dow Auto Mini Stocks green flag is out, and we are racing into turn number 1 and 2. Vlasic in that Buscom 44 ride into turn 1 and 2. Now he's on the bottom. Lubeck on the high side in that Mustang. Olivieri on the bottom in the 16 car. They're battling side by side for that second spot. Mustang pushes the high side with Lubeck. He's trying to grab the bite up on the cushion, but it's going to be Vlasic in that 44 lead lap 1 over Larock and Pagnotta, the top 5 at the line. Serentakos in the 6X looking to the inside of the 13 of Pagnotta. Now down the back straightaway for that top 5 spot. Couple of Mustangs battling for 5th as 44 Vlasic clicks off another one. Field single file for the moment. Olivieri starting to move in on the 44. Looking fast in that 16. Doing double duty tonight. Olivieri doing double duty in the mini stocks and the street stocks, looking for a good run in his first feature of the night as the 7 of Dan Ambrosia gets off the top at turn number 3. 7 car trying to get rolling. Starters telling him to get to the infield. He's got a flat right front on that 7 car. As Vlasic in that wow, hard right front in front of the field. Not the smartest move there from the 7 cars. He took a hard right in front of your leader Vlasic, who did a good job to turn hard left and miss him, as we have to go yellow. A little bit of gamesmanship there on that start. 44 Vlasic Olivieri put the pedal to the metal. He's going to lead down into turn number 1 and 2 now in that 16 car. He is your leader now. Bad start for Vlasic as he's falled back as we're going to go yellow. Didn't like that start. Didn't think that was going to fly. And we're going to re-rack him and try it again. Ambrosia going to try to rejoin the back of the field. Vlasic and Olivieri coming to green again. Green flag is out. Better start this time for the front row, but Olivieri's still going to get the better of him into turn number 1 and 2, and he's going to lead now in that 16 car. Olivieri now out front of this Dow Auto Mini Stock feature as we are 5 in, 10 to go. Olivieri in that 16, your leader now over this 44 of Vlasic and the 14 of Lubeck. Olivieri in the 91 trying to move into that top 3 position, but as I say that, he makes a little bit of a mistake on the top of 1 and 2, loses a little bit of a ground to the 14 of Lubeck. Hughes now in that 7 gets by 44 at Worcester for about the 7th spot. As 16, now your new leader clicks off another lap, as that was lap 7 in the books. 8 to go now for your 15-lap Dow Auto Mini Stock feature event here tonight at Humberstone. Lubeck now gaining a little bit on the 44 of Vlasic. Halfway down this time for the 16 of Olivieri. He's going to have company soon. In the form of the 44 of Vlasic. He's all over the rear bumper now of the 16 in turn number 1 and 2. Vlasic definitely not going away. Definitely wants that $300 here at the end of the 15 laps. Olivieri wants it as well as he's trying to hold the bottom, and that 16 car kicks it out a little bit that time. In 3 and 4 got a little loose. Still the same distance in between the top 3. 91 Laroc trying to move in on them as he's about 5 car lengths back from our top 3 as they are nose to tail for those podium top 3 positions. Single file riding it out. They'll try to make their moves later on as we're going to see 5 to go this time by for your leader, Fabio Olivieri, in that 16. Nose to tail, those top 3 cars still could throw a blanket over them as they battle for your feature win here tonight in the Dow Auto Mini Stock Feature. Vlasic now looks a little bit to the outside. Lubeck looked to his inside, didn't work. Olivieri still holding that bottom in the lead out front. 3 to go this time for the 16. Olivieri looking for his first feature win here at Humberstone this year, I believe. Doing a good job out front in that 16. Vlasic not letting him get away. Lubeck now falls back a couple car lengths from the 44, but he gains it back as he throws her in hard into turn number 3. 2 to go this time by for the 16 of Olivieri. Yellow flag out on the Speedway. We got one around on the bottom of turn number 2. That was the 3rd place runner of Lubeck. Has gone around in turn number 2. And that's going to set up a 1-lap shootout for the $300 here in the Dow Auto Mini Stocks here tonight with Olivieri, your leader, and Vlasic in second. Tough break for Lubeck. Falls out of the 3rd spot. Going to rejoin the back of the field in that 14L car. Olivieri sets the pace. He is the leader in that 16. Nice and slow to the restart zone. Olivieri can fire whenever he wants. Green flag is out. We are racing for a 2-lap shootout here in the mini stocks at Humberstone. Laroc in that 91. He wants to push the high side. Tried to grab second from the 44 of Vlasic. But that opens up the door for the 6X to his inside. But Laroc powers down the back straightaway, and that 91 car holds 3rd for now. Into 3 and 4. This time they're going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go for the 16 of Fabio Olivieri out front in this one. 2 more corners. The 44 is to his back bumper. Down the back straightaway, Olivieri pulls away just a little bit. 1 final stab for the 44 of Vlasic now into 3 and 4. Can he get to his bumper? He's not going to get there. It's going to be Fabio Olivieri picking up the win over Vlasic 2nd, 3rd, Laroc 4th, Serentakos 5th, Q 6th, Pagnotta 7th, Lubeck 8th, D'Ambrosia 9th, Worcester, and rounding out the field was the 38 of Sean Iftati. Pulls her into Pete Costco Humberstone Speedway victory lane. Climbing out of the car, Dow Auto Supply mini stock feature winner. It's Fabio Olivieri. Fabio, good job. Is this your first win of the season here? You did a great job there. You followed the early leader, got by him there about lap 7 or so, and checked out from there. Did a good job holding the bottom. Tell us about it. And was this your first win here this year?
It's been my first win ever at this track. Can't thank everybody that helped us out, especially tonight. We got 2 cars going. It's been a stressful day, especially this, but it's all paid off. Hopefully we can do something in the next feature.
Just let us know about all the people that help you do double duty here tonight. Tell us about all your sponsors that helped you get to Pete Costco Victory Lane here tonight.
Oh, I can't thank Firehouse Training, Kubota, Olivieri Electrical, Olivieri Construction, Dylan Hardy at Graphics. Everybody that's here, I can't thank anyone enough.
All right, not going to hold you any longer to go get in your street stock. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hand together for tonight's Dow Auto Street Stock or Mini Stock feature winner. It's Fabio Olivieri.
Inside row number 1 Starting in the pole position in the 21 to be Spencer Smolders. Outside, row number 1 in the 05 to be Pete Reed. Inside, row number 2, starting in the 3rd position in the 25, be Ryan Dining. Starting in the 4th position, outside, row number 2 in the 55 would be Mike Thorne. Inside, row number 3. Starting in the 5th position in the 1J, Jason Fontaine. Starting in the 6th position, outside, row number 3 in the 49 be Dave Bailey. Starting in 7th, inside, row number 4 in the 11R be Bryce Richardson. And to his right in the 41 to be Adam Plazik. Starting in the 5th row, 9th position, Kevin Wirtz in the 19. And starting in 10th position, the 28th be Jimmy Lapman. In the 11th position, inside row number 6 in the 30 JRB Kevin Sharp. Starting in the 12th position in the 327 to be Sean Jones. Starting in the 7th row, 13th position, the 37 JB Jeff Bean. In the 14th position, 01 Junior of Barry Beck. Starting in the 8th row, 15th position in the 11 Go Fast Teeple. In 16th position, outside row number 8 in the 16 to be Fabio Oliveri. Starting in the 17th position, inside row number 9 to be 44 of Robbie General.
Throughout on the Humberstone Speedway Chevrolet Silverado pace truck. Going to make the hard left turn into the infield. We are going to be green next time by with Smolders and Reed on that front row. Smolders and Reed. Nice and slow into the start zone. It's at the second cone in for green flag is out, and we are racing with our GR Envirail Incorporated Street Stock Division here tonight. Smolders and Reed side by side for that top spot. Dinning now moved into 3rd by himself in that 25 car. Fontaine got the good jump out of his 5th starting spot's already up into 4th, now looking for 3rd in that 1J. Fonz is 3rd at the line with a dead heat with the 25 at Dinning. Good battles all the way through the top 10 right now as Reed finally gets to pull away a little bit in that 05 from the 21 of Smolders. Smolders, long toe for him from the Merlin area up by Chatham. Runs a go-kart track, Route 1 Raceway up there. They race Friday night. Now he's getting a power in down off the bottom of 2, trying to gain in back on the 05 of Reed. Smolders definitely not letting that 05 get away. Dust starting to fly a little bit in 3 and 4. As Reed clicks off another lap, Reed, Smolders, Fontaine, Dinning, and Thorne is your top 5 at the moment. Side-by-side battle between Richardson and Bailey for that 6th spot. They still side-by-side down the back straightaway. Up front, still the same. Reed, Smolders, and Fontaine, your top 3 at the line as they click off lap 4. Adam Plazik on that 41 pushing the high side, makes a little mistake there, loses a couple spots in that 41 car. Barry Beck Jr. able to get around him in that 01 Junior out front. Reed in that 05 starting to pull away just a little bit from the 21 of Smolders, who's starting to have some pressure now from the 1J of Fontaine now in that 3rd spot, closing in on the rear bumper of that metric Monte Carlo of Smolders. Dinning kind of all alone right now in the 4th spot. Thorne just pushes up off of 2, opens up the door for the 49 of Bailey to move to his inside. Thorne and Bailey side by side into 3 and 4. Make a little bit of contact. Bailey might have a flat right front or something. He does on that 49 with the contact with the 55 of Thorne, flat right front for the 49 of Bailey. Tough break for him as that action was happening. The 1J of Fontaine has moved by the 21 of Smolders for that 2nd spot. So now the Fonz into 2nd. In that 1J car, Smolders trying to keep him around. Now moves to the outside, gets to his back bumper again. Smolders not letting Fontaine get away, but Fontaine now into that 2nd spot. Still Dinning in 3rd, and Thorne rounds out the top 5. Reed in that 05 clicks off another lap as we're 9 in, 11 to go in our 20 lap GR Envirail Incorporated Street Stock feature here tonight. Reed, feature winner a couple weeks ago in that 05, definitely starting to pull away now as he sees the halfway sign this time by. 10 in, 10 to go. Fontaine, Smolders, Dinning, and Thorne to the top 5. 6th, Wirt. 7th, Richardson. 8th, Beck. 9th, Plazic. And the 10th spot right now is Teeple, and that 11 is rounding out your top 5 at the moment. He's in the battle with the 28 and Landman for that final top 10 spot. Out front, 05 Arig picks up another one as he's still pulling away from that one JF Fontaine, who now has a left rear quarter panel full of the 21 of Smolders. Pete Reed puts the 30 of Sharp a lap down. Reed now getting to the back of the field into the lap traffic. In behind him looks like 25 of Dinning has moved in a little bit now on the 05 of Reed and the 21 of Smolders as they are second and third. Dinning in the 25 definitely gaining on him. Mikey Bobby in that 55 all alone on an island right now in 5th. Wirt in behind him trying to gain on him for the 6th in the 6th spot at the moment. The 05 Reed clicks off another one. He's got 6 to go. 6 laps in between Pete Reed and a $600 payday here at Humberstone. Lap traffic doing a good job getting out of the way of your leader. That's the 05 of Pete Reed. He kicks off another one. He's got 4 to go this time in that 05. Fontaine in the 1J now distancing himself a little bit from the 21 of Smolders, who's looking to get a little bit loose in that 21 car at the end of this race. 25, Ryan Dinning moving in on the 21 of Smolders. Dinning wants that top 3 spot. I can guarantee you that as now he powers in hard into turn number 3 on the 21 of Smolders, trying to gain that 3rd spot. As Reed now sees 3 to go this time by. 2.5 laps to go now for the 05. Reed looks to make a 3-wide move to the inside of a couple lap cars. Reed throws her in there and completes the pass. 2 to go that time by Reed. As looks like Lampman slows in the 28. Also the 329 looks like has to pull off the top of turn number 1 and 2. See what happens there. A lap and a half to go for the 05 to Reed. Reed into turn number 3 and 4. Final time. Sees the white flag this time. 1 to go for the 05 to Reed. He's got a huge lead now over the 1J of Fontaine. Looks like we're going to be able to stay green down the back straightaway. Final time into turn number 3 and 4. Reed doesn't have to do anything on this lap car, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know how big of a lead he's got. Checker flag in the air. It's going to be Pete Reed, 05, picking up the win. Great job for Reed in that 05. Second going to be 1J Fontaine. Third will be Dinning at the line over Smolders. Mikey Thorne rounds out the top 5. 5th, 6th will be Wirt. 7th, Richardson. 8th, Beck. 9th, Plazic, and Teeple, and that 11 is going to round out the top 5. Top 10, sorry. GR Envirail Incorporated Street Stock winner tonight is Pete Reed. Thanks to them again for sponsoring the night here at Humberstone. Couldn't do without them, ladies and gentlemen. Climbing out of the car, GR Envirail Incorporated Street Stock feature winner, it is Peter Reed. Pete, good job. Congratulations. This car was fast at the beginning of the year, but it's really fast now. That's second in 3 weeks, I think. This car is cool with the polished metal look on it now that I see up close. Really nice looking car you got here, and she's super fast. Tell us about it and tell us about your race.
Thank you. Yeah, the polished metal is just something we came up with for our, I've been doing this for 25 years since I started racing go-karts back in '96. So we had to do something silver. It was a lot of work. I'll probably never do it again. Slowly been working away at it. Had, transmission issues, engine issues, handling issues, and once we started racing here, it started coming around a little bit, and I think we found something now, so we're stick with it for a while.
You've definitely got it rolling. I tell you got lots of sponsors on this car, always lots of sponsors on the 05. Tell us about them. They always help you get here to victory lane. You're always good for a few wins a year, that's for sure.
We keep trying. Can't do it without all the, my wife and kids at home, my family and crew. Castle Manufacturing's always been a huge sponsor. Welland Toyota, Parkway Towing, RTG Construction, Astro Transmission, Insel Tint, if you need any kind of tint or anything on your cars. I know I'm missing somebody. If I am, sorry about that. I'm just happy to be here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together tonight for tonight's GR Enviro Incorporated Street Stock Feature win. He picks up the $600 here tonight. That's 05 Pete Reed. Up next on the Speedway 20-lap Mod Lite feature. And I'm going to throw it up to Steve in the booth for the lineup. That's Adam Leslie picking up a ride tonight in that 8 car. So Leslie picking up 2 rides in different cars tonight after he got married last night. So congrats to Adam on the wedding and marriage. The 8 car tonight here in the Mod Lights and the 18R black car in the Sportsman of Brad Rouse. "20 laps Mod Lite feature going green out of 4. Pitts and Winger your front row. Giroux and Bigelow in behind them. Nice and slow there at the cone. Green flag is out and they are racing down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. RJ Pitts on the bottom in that 26. Here comes Winger in the 4, pushing the high side. Giroux in the 24, settles into 3rd on the bottom as well. Bigelow in the 16. 4th, May in the 23 rounds out the top 5 for now. Here comes heavy hitter as well. Josh Slider pushing the high side in that 17 car. Slider wants to gain some positions in that 17 as he's just outside the top 5 at the moment. Crosses over, looks to the inside of the 23 of May. Slider now into 5th. Up front, RJ Pitts in that 26 car looking to the inside of early leaguer Tyler Winger in the 4. Winger pushing that cushion, going to click off another lap. Pitts, Giroux, Bigelow, Josh Slider, your top 5 at the moment. Josh Slider now gaining in on teammate Brent Bigelow. Looking for a way by him for the 4th spot. Up front, still the same. Winger, Pitts, Giroux, top 3. Jeffrey May in that 23 car loses a spot to the 09 of Sean Slider. So May falling a little bit through the field. Now he's got pressure from the 27 of Ifkadi. Josh Slider in the 17 switches to the high side, trying to get a run on the 16 of Brent Bigelow. Single file through the top 10 at the moment as the 4 car Tyler Winger clicks off another one. We are 5 in, 15 to go here in our Mod Lite feature here tonight. Tyler Winger's got the bite dialed into that 4 car. He's hanging the left front in both corners up on the cushion. He's pulling away from the 26 second spot of RJ Pitts as Winger has about a half straightaway lead now over the 26 of Pitts. Giroux, Bigelow, Slider still the top 5. Winger definitely dancing with the devil up there off the top of turn number 2, way high in that number 4 car, but he's making it work as he pulls away from that 26 car in second. Battle now for 6. Sean Slider, Jeffrey May side by side in the 09 and 23 cars. They're side by side for that 6th spot. Slider has it for now. May wants it in the 23. May throws her in hard on the top side in turn number 3 and 4. Tries to get a run around the 09 of Slider. They're going to be side by side. He does just clip Slider for the line for that 6th spot. So now new 6th place runner, Jeffrey May in that 23. Sean Slider not going away though in that 09 to the bottom. He's got the right rear brake rotor glowing on that 09 car. That's the best battle on the track between the 09 of Sean Slider and the 23 of Jeffrey May. May now closes off the door in front of the 09 of Slider, switches to the bottom side as Bigelow has now got the 24 of Randy Giroux. Bigelow wants that top 3 spot in that 16 car. Giroux has it for the moment. Giroux looks like the handling might start to be going away slightly on that 24 car. Up front, Winger starting to move around some lap traffic. RJ Pitts in that 26 car in second doing the same thing. 7 to go now for the 4 of Tyler Winger, still pushing the top side in both corners. He has been the one to beat so far tonight in our Mod Lite Division feature. Randy Drew now slips up on the lap car of Riley Slider. That opens up the inside for the 16 of Bigelow to move by him into third, but Drew doesn't want to give up that easily in that 24 car. We got one grenaded a motor on the front straightaway. That's your leader, Tyler Winger. We're red because there's a little bit of fire under the hood of that 4 car as he grenaded the motor down the front chute, oil all over the top of the front straightaway. So, super tough break for the 4 of Winger. Like the old saying goes, they go the best before they blow. As he was pulling away in this Mod Lite feature here tonight. But it all went away quickly that last time down the front straightaway with 5 to go. RJ Pitts, 26, now your leader. He's going to try to get a good jump off the bottom. Brent Bigelow, his teammate out of the Slider Racing Stables, to his outside. Team owner in behind them outside row 2 with Randy Giroux. The only non-Slider car in the top 3 at the moment. Drew has a feature win earlier this year at Merrittville, so he's looking to double up and get one at Humberstone as well. Super slow to the cone in 4. Green flag is out. RJ Pitts has a full car on the 16 of Bigelow as they lead into turn number 1 and 2. Bigelow drives it in harder, but slides up. Josh Slider found the top side in that 17 car. Pitts nice and steady on the bottom. Going to let the other guys drive her hard around the outside to try to get him. Bigelow does find the top side and gets by him there. But Slider's going to go. Oh, we got one around into turn number 3. Gone around in turn 3. '26 car of Pitts there. Didn't hear the yellow in time. Give a little love tap to the 16 of Bigelow. No harm, no foul there. Humberstone Speedway pace truck to the safe havens of the infield. Bigelow going to be your restart leader. He can fire anywhere between the 2 cones in 4. He fires at the first one this time. Bigelow gets to the gas a little bit early, but legal at the cone. Here comes his owner, Josh Slider. Bigelow goes to the bottom. Slider wants to push the top side. In turn number 1 and 2, they're going to come and see 2 laps to go. This time by Slider throws it in hard on the cushion. Bigelow holds it on the bottom. Here we go, 2 to go this time by. Bigelow still your leader. Slider trying to reel him into the 17. Here comes Jeffrey May on the 23 car now into third around the 26 of Pitts. Pitts now back to third down the back straightaway, side-by-side battle with the 23 of May for that third spot. Slider now back to the bottom side. Bigelow, 1 lap to go for the 16 of Brent Bigelow. May third at the line over the 26 of Pitts. Let's see what Jeffrey May can do. Might be able to get second away from Slider. Looks like Bigelow has 6 car lengths down the back straightaway. He's going to have to make a mistake to give this one away into the turn 3 and 4. Final time, checker flag in the air. It's going to be Brent Bigelow picking up the win over Josh Slider. Jeffrey May third, 4th, Pitts 5th, Cotty 6th, Giroux 7th, Dylan Slider 8th, Rob Meisner 9th, Ryan Anderson, and rounding out the top 10 is Dave Cornish in the 291. Brent's got the belts and Hans off. Here he comes climbing out of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for tonight's Mod Lite feature winner 16, Brent Bigelow. Brent, congrats. Four-winger was out front there. He was definitely pulling away, but then he had some bad luck, gave you the second place there. You worked around your teammate Pitts for the lead. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I seen the four was really fast on the top, and I tried to hang in there, but it just wasn't for me, so I went back to the bottom, and it was really good, but yeah, he had that unfortunate motor failure, and that lined us up for the outside, and I knew on that restart I had to hustle it around the 26, because if I didn't clear him and get to the bottom, he's good enough to just drive away and take it. So that was a race-winning move, and can't thank the Sider family enough. I have lots of fun racing this car. Everyone always asks me which one do you like racing the most, and I like both the same. Honestly, they drive totally different, so it's a little bit of fresh air when you jump from one to the other, and it's good. It's good to be diverse like that and jump from car to car and be able to drive them. So having lots of fun, thanks to them, and thanks for everyone coming out and watching. Terry did a nice job of the racetrack. Real cool victory lane. This is super different, so hats off to him and his whole crew and team that did this. So hope everyone enjoyed.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together tonight one more time for tonight's Mod Lite feature winner, Brent Bigelow. Up next, Sterling Lubricant Sportsman Division. They're going 25 laps for 1,000 to win. Here is your lineup from Steve.
Here's your starting lineup for your feature event. Starting in the front row, pole position in the 18 to be Adam Leslie. Outside, row number 1 in the 72, starting in second position, James Friesen. Starting in the second row, third position in the 99P, Greg Punante. Starting fourth in the 22 will be Terry Smith. Inside, row number 3, starting in the fifth position, Dave Flanagan Jr. in the 74. Starting outside, row number 3 in the sixth position in the 28, be Mitch Dumont. Starting seventh, inside, row number 4, Brad Rose in the 18R. Starting outside, row number 4 in the 2K, Rob Knapp, starting 8th. Inside, row number 5 in the 5S, be Matt Sharp, starting in 9th. And starting in 10th position in the number 7, Cody McPherson. Starting inside, row number 6 in the 66P, 11th position, Jeff Pedante. Starting in 12th, outside, row number 6, Jason Mallory in the 20. Starting inside, row number 7, 13th position, Dan Ferguson in the 11th. Starting in the 14th position, outside, row number 7 in the 12P, Emily Pachalski. Starting 15th position, 8th row on the inside, Nathan Petey in the 23N. Starting in the 16th position, outside, row number 8, Travis Miller in the 17C. Starting in the 9th row in the 21P, Tyler Pachowski in 17th. Starting 18th, outside, row number 9, Jason Babian in the 62. Starting in the 10th row, 19th position, Justin Sharp in the 8S. Outside, row number 10 in the 108, be Billy Bleach, starting in 20th. 11th row on the inside, starting 21st, Bill Gill in the 49. And to his right, starting 22nd, the 13 MLB, Daniel McKay. Last row, 23rd position on the inside, the 68, Curtis Friesen, and starting in 24th in your last position outside, row number 12, the 96B of Luke Carlton.
Thank you, Steve. Leslie in that borrowed ride, Rose car, the black 18R on the pole. Outside of him, JMF in that 72 car has been fast here at Humberstone. To his outside, Panante in that 99P, he's looking for a win as well in that Gaston's Auto Sale ride. White flag out, 1 to go. Next time by, we will be green on our 25 lap 1,000 to win Sterling Lubricant Sportsman Division here on GR EnviroRail Incorporated night. Thank you once again to them for sponsoring the night, putting on big, good purses for all classes. Leslie and Friesen ready to go at a turn number 4. Leslie and Friesen nice and slow into 3 and 4 at the second cone. They can fire. Nice even start. Green flag is out. We are racing into turn number 1 and 2 in the Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division here at Humberstone. Smith in that 22 does not get a good first corner. He's going to fall all the way to the back after he tiptoes off the top of 1 and 2. Friesen now pushing the top side. That's where he likes to run here at Humberstone in 3 and 4. He leads lap 1 over 18R Adam Leslie. Leslie now back to the inside. Great race for your lead spot with Leslie and Friesen out front. Panunte still in third. Here comes Brad Rouse in the white 18R, trying to move into that third spot around the number 99P of Panunte. Rouse now to the inside of Panunte. Takes away that third spot down the back straightaway. Flanagan in the 74 rounds out the top 5 at the moment. Out front, here comes Leslie on that bottom side. Leslie leads this lap in that black 18R car. Rouse ride. Leslie picking up the ride here tonight in that car. Like I said earlier, got married last night. What better way to spend the night after your wedding than at the races, leading the sportsman division here at Humberstone is Leslie. Here he comes to click off another one in that black 18R. Rouse now moving into the inside of the 72 of Friesen. Rouse looking to make it an 18R 1-2 top 2 spots, and he's still side by side with that 72 of JMF. Back through the field, McPherson in that lucky 7 starting to move his way up from his unfortunate redraw spot in that 10th. McPherson now working for 7th around the outside of the 28 at Dumont. McPherson slowly working his way through this field. Took the win a couple weeks ago in that 50 lapper here. Dirt Car Tour Sportsman race here. He reached 12 in that one, but he had a couple more laps to get to the front. In that one he had 50 laps. Back out front, Leslie now starting to hear footsteps in behind him. JMF's got her wound up on the top side. Rouse in the white 18R moving into the bottom up now. Been like that for the last 5-6 laps with Rouse on the bottom, JMF on the top side. Leslie in that lead, rolling the bottom in the black 18R. JMF though always nice and super fast off the top cushion here at Humberstone. His second spot that time of the lap. As this lap number 8 in the books now. That's a decent in the books for the 18R of Adam Leslie out front. Still side by side. Great racing for that second spot. Now it might be 3 wide for the lead as Leslie missed the bottom a little bit, but was able to close the door on the 18R of Brad Rouse in the white car. Now into 6 and that lucky 7. He's going to try to move into the top 5 position. Holding that is the 74 Outlaw chassis car of Dave Flanagan Jr. He is holding on 5th at the moment. Now your top 3 all switch to the bottom in turn number 1 and 2. Friesen pulls down in front of Rouse. Leaders yellow flag out on the speedway. We've got one off the top of turn number 3 and 4. Sorry, missed that in the booth. Had a pillar in the way. That's the 17C of Travis Miller. Picking up the one-off ride tonight in the Jordan Costco 17C. But unfortunately for Miller, has a little excursion off the top of 3 and 4. Pace truck to the infield, nice and slow. Restart once again out of Adam Leslie. He fires at the second cone this time, gets half the car jump. On the 72 JMF into turn number 1 and 2. Leslie goes in a little easy. JMF gets a run to the outside. Leslie though gets the power down out of 2, gets the bite into 3 and 4. Now who's going to lead at the line? It's going to be once again Adam Leslie in that black 18R car. As he's been your leader for a while in this one. JMF not going away in that 72 car. Now Cody McPherson pushes the high side around the 74. Flanagan McPherson now that wrist spot, but he had to blow up as Panunte slowed in front of him and slowed the progress of McPherson, who now is back to 6, still battling with the 7 of McPherson is now out front. 72 James Michael Friesen has taken the lead away. from the 18R of Adam Leslie. Friesen has led the last 2 laps, and that 72 car now changes to the bottom lane and takes the line away from that 18R early leader Adam Leslie. Yellow car spun out in turn 1 and 2. It is the 22 Terry Smith, as we have to go yellow again here on lap 12 for the 22 car around in the middle of 1 and 2. In second spot, white 18R Brad Rouse in third. Pace truck to the infield. Here we go. We are going to be green flag racing once again out at turn number 4. RPM starting to come up. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again in the Sterling Lubricant Sportsman Division here on GR in Viva Rail Night at Humberstone. Brad Rouse gets that's Adam Leslie in the black 18R holding on to the second spot. As Leslie's now switched up to the top side, he wants to see what the cushion feels like. That opens up the door though for Rouse to get to his inside now. Rouse in that white car looked into the inside of the car he owns. He loaned her out to Adam Leslie tonight. They're having a great battle for that second spot. Both 18R cars battling for that second spot. Now Rouse gets the bite off the bottom. He is going to pull into second for good and close the door on Adam Leslie. Now he's going to look to close in on the 72 of your leader, James Michael Friesen. Dave Flanagan Jr. able to get around the 99P of Greg Penante on that restart. He's now into fourth position. 74 Pearson into fifth, around 99P. Penante in that 7 car. McPherson now to fifth. Penante back to sixth. Mallory in that 20 car. He's moved up quite a bit in the 20. He's up to the 7th spot now as Friesen clicks off another lap in that 72 car. And the 18R of Rouse now in second, trying to work his way by as we're 17 laps into this Sportsman Feature here tonight at Humberstone. Friesen still likes that cushion. Right rear takes a nice set, and he powers off with a good run down the front straightaway. Then has to slow down quite a bit to grab the bite on the bottom in turn 1 and 2. Friesen running bottom 1 and 2, top and 3 and 4. That seems to be the fast line at Humberstone in the recent weeks. Friesen clicks off another lap. Rouse can't really close in too much. McPherson might be the quickest car inside the top 5 right now. We got 22, almost went around again. For that time, able to save it. Rouse pushing that bottom. White 18R. Friesen still chumming around the top. The rest of the field around the bottom. McPherson moving in on Leslie now. McPherson started 10th, up to 4th, looking for 3rd. Down the back straightaway in that lucky set. Rouse now switches up to the high side, sees what JMF's doing. He wants to try it in that 18R. Side-by-side racing at the back around the 12th through 16th spots. Lots of side-by-side racing with Ferguson, Tyler Pacholski, Curtis Friesen, Billy Bleach, and Jeff Minot. Those are the best battles on the track right now as they move in on the Super News 2K of Rob Knapp. Just inside the top 10. That's the best battles on the Speedway right now. As here comes JMF to click off another lap as he's closing on lap traffic. 49 Bill Gill goes a lap down. And that allows 18R Brad Rouse to close right in on the back bumper of 72 James Michael Friesen. He got a battle for the lead here in a moment. Friesen high side. Rouse now kind of switches to the middle. Grabs the bottom off 3 and 4. To the high side 1 and 2. JMS been running the bottom. Rouse is going to try the high side. Doesn't work. Loses a little bit of momentum off 2. Gains it back a little bit down the back straightaway. Throws her in on the high side. Friesen switches down to the bottom. Now Rouse has the high side. Let's see what happens here. JMF might not want to keep staying on the bottom. If Rouse gets that high side working in 3 and 4. McPherson now working to the outside of Leslie. Here comes. That time JMF switches back to the top. Rouse to the bottom. Going up to lap the 62 of Babian. Friesen now works around the 62 of Babian. Out. 3 to go this time. Poor 72 JMF. Brad Rouse still on his tail in that white 18R car. McPherson now takes over third from Adam Leslie in the other 18R. McPherson now in third. He needs a yellow because I think he might be the fastest car on the Speedway. 2 to go. That's time for the 72 of JMF. Cars around in the middle of 1 and 2. Tough break for David Flanagan. He's able to keep it going. Might only lose 1 spot at most after having to go around the spinning 62 of Babian in turn number 1 and 2. And we are yellow with 2 to go in this Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division at Humberstone tonight. 28 in, 2 to go in our 30 lapper. Flanagan definitely doing a good job this year in that 74. Green flags out. We are racing once again for $1,000. 2-lap shootout. Into 1 and 2. Rouse goes to the top. McPherson's going to hug the bottom. Rouse gets a good run off the top of 2 that time. He's going to show the nose to the outside of JMF. JMF goes to the bottom. Rouse goes to the top. Rouse sticks the right rear in the good stuff, and they're going to be side by side at the line for the white flag. Tough play from McPherson because they're side by side in front of him. Let's see if he can do anything with him. He's going to need them both to slip up. We could have a 3-wide battle out of 4. Rouse now your leader. Rouse your leader into 1 and 2. He's going to slide up to the cushion. It's going to be 3 wide at the line. It's going to be Rouse over Friesen. McPherson 3rd, 4th, Leslie 5th, Flanagan 6th, Panante 7th, Mallory 8th, Dumont. Good run for him. 9th, Knapp, and 10th will be, looks like 108 of Bleach or the 5S Sharp at the line. Great racing there in the Sterling Lubricant Sportsman division. 18R Brad Rouse picks up the win over 17 Friesen and Cody McPherson in that 7, and they were 3 wide at the line. I know one thing, if they boo you, that means you win a lot and they know you're good. Brad Rouse works the Bellinger Electric, 18R Hendry Exhaust Service, Panther Frameworks, 18R into victory lane. Getting the safety equipment off. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is out of the car, Sterling Lubricant Sportsman Division winner tonight, $1,000 richer. It's the 18R, Brad Rouse. Well, Brad, congratulations. You're not quite on Brett Hoonber levels yet. That was actually pretty weak. There was way more cheers than booze there, but you pick up another $1,000 here at Humberstone. Tell us about your race. It was super exciting. 3 wide, come under the line. JMF gave you the top. You took it and parked it. Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, he was good. He was really good. He was running the bottom. He worked the top at the beginning, but once I switched to the top in 1 and 2, it was really good. And I just screwed up a little bit coming out through 3 and 4 for the checkered. I hit the berm a little bit too hard and screwed up the car. But it's, you know what, I really like to thank everybody that comes out and helps us, and the fans for here for putting on a good show for them. And especially my sponsors. I got Steve from Sterling Lubricants here tonight, so he said he'd see us in victory lane, so there's one for him.
All right, congratulations to Brad Rouse once again, Sterling Lubricant feature winner in the Sportsman division. Also his sponsor on the 18R, so he puts the division sponsor in victory lane. Up next, Rick's Delivery Modified Division. They're going 35 laps for $1,500 to win. Here is Steve with the lineup.
Travis Cunningham and Humberstone Speedway victory lane. Here's your starting lineup for the 358 Modified Feature event. Starting in the front row, the pole position, the number 12, Chad Chevalier. Outside, second row, the 2X, Tom Neal. Inside, row number 2 in the 71, starting in the third position to be Mike Bowman. Outside, row number 2, starting in fourth in the 38 be Scott Wood. Inside, row number 3, starting in the 5th position, Mark Delario in the 08. Outside, row number 3, starting in 6th in the 1XP be Austin Wood. Starting in the 7th position, inside row number 4, the number 6, Matt Williamson. Starting outside, row number 4 in the 28th, 8th position, Todd Gordon. 5th row, starting in the 9th position, inside in the 1P, Darren Peters. Outside, row number 5 in the 10th position, Cody McPherson in the 72. Starting in the 6th row, 11th position in the 37S, Gary Lindberg. Starting 12th, the 96, Freddie Carlton. 7th row on the inside in the 2 cool will be Derek Van Mill. Starting 14th, outside, row number 7 in the 73, Dylan Davidson. Starting in the 8th row, 15th position, 777, Tyler Willard. And starting 16th, outside, row number 8 in the 0B, Glenn Stiers. Starting in 9th row, on the inside, 17th position, Tanner Podwinski in the 72K. Outside, row number 9 in the 18th position, Boyd McTavish in the 41, and rounding out the field in the 10th row, starting at 19th, the 82 be Tom Flanagan. To his right, in the 88, starting 20th would be Shane Pierce.
All right, Rick's Delivery Modified Division, 35 laps. Someone's looking to be $1,500 richer at the end of this one. We've got Chevalier and Neal front row. Row 2, Bowman and Wood. Delario. Darren Peters. Oh, sorry, that's Austin Wood. Williamson starting in the 6th spot. He hasn't won here at Humberstone. He's going to be looking to tonight, that's for sure. Winner last time here at Humberstone, Tyler Willard. He's marked back in about the 15th spot in that 777, so he's going to be looking to mow through the field. As our white flag is out on the Speedway, half a lap to go, and we will be green. Chevalier slows them down into 3. They can fire at the second cone in 3 and 4 on the initial start. Chevalier and Neal are going to lead him to green. Green flags waving in the air. We are racing into turn number 1 and 2. Chevalier gets a good jump. It's actually a good even start into 1 and 2. Wood tries to split the middle. Going to push the middle to the high side. Chevalier on the bottom. Neal on the top. Chevalier leads by a nose into 3 and 4. Neal reports to the cushion. Chevalier to the bottom. Chevalier is going to lead lap number 1. Wood missed the bottom. Opened up the spot for Bowman. Bowman now into 3rd in the 71. Wood misses the top side, opens up the door for the 08 to Delario. Delario looking to take 4th away from Wood. Wood charges hard into 3. Pulls the slide job line, but that might not work as now Delario looks to his inside, but actually that was a great move for Wood as he was able to take the 4th spot back from the 08 of Delario. Now Wood in that 1XP pushing the high side of the 08 of Delario, looking for that 5th spot into 3 and 4. Bowman now to the inside and Neal in 2nd. Bowman has 2nd at the line over the 2X of Neal. Wood now looking to the inside of Neal. He wants 3rd. Wood and Delario still side by side and behind them for 5th. Wood charges in high on the high side, grabs the cushion. Neal kind of blocks his progress a little bit, but Wood finds it again. 2 Woods down the front straightaway. Oh, uncle and nephew get into it a little bit down the front straightaway as Austin Wood got put into the front straight wall just a little bit by his uncle Scott there. Scott definitely did not see him as Austin wasn't up. Oh, and now they're into it again in turn number 3. The 2 Woods definitely laying some door bars onto one another. And now here comes Lindbergh looking to the inside of Austin into turn number 1 and 2. Out front, it's been all Chad Chevalier so far in this one. We're 5 laps in, 30 to go for the 12 of Chevalier. Bowman now in that 71's got her wound up on the top. He's looking to move in on 12 of Chevalier. Still side by side inside that top 5. Austin Wood to the outside. Gary Lindbergh looking down to the bottom. Wood now closes back up on the 38 of Scott. Wood who's looking to the inside of Tom Neal, who's doing a great job to hold on to that 3rd spot early going. Neal doing a good job in 3rd. Now that 71 car, Mike Bowman has caught the back of Chevalier. Bowman's pushing that high side. Chevalier's about to see a whole whack of 71 as Bowman leads the lap at the line. Bowman now your leader. Austin Wood has moved up into the 3rd spot now in that 1XP. We got a car around in the middle of 3 and 4. It's the 73, Dylan Davidson. Tough break there for Dylan Davidson in that 73 as he goes around in the middle of 3 and 4, and caution flag has to come out. like the two members of the Wood family having a little bit of a family discussion down the back straightaway there over what happened during that last green flag stretch. RPM's coming up. Bowman, your lead car. He fires at the cones in 3 and 4. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again. Bowman pulls the slide job line in 1 and 2, grabs the moisture off the top of 2, fires down the back straightaway, and he charges into the cushion. Austin Wood now into second. Chevalier to the cushion. He's going to try to power around the 1 XP of Wood. Matt Williamson gives a little bit of a snudge to the 38 of Wood. Williamson now into 5th. Todd Gordon slow in turn number 1 and 2. Gordon super slow in that number 28 car. Let's see if he can make it to the pits. Bowman clicks off another lap. Gordon has stopped off the top of turn number 2, and we will go yellow. So Todd Gordon slowing in 1 and 2. Your reason for the caution here. He's going to take it back to the pits off turn number 3. Green flag waving out of turn number 4. Mike Bowman gets the lead down the front straightaway. Gets a little bit of a jump on Austin Wood. Now Lindbergh looking to the inside of Williamson. Lindbergh in 3rd. Williamson wants it in that 6 car down the back straightaway. Williamson to the top side of that 30. Oh, Wood misses the top that time in 1 and 2. He's going to fade through the field. Wood's going to be about outside the top 10 after that little mistake. Tough break for Wood, but he might get saved as the yellow comes out. See how that plays out. One XP of Austin Wood taking that car to the pit, so tough break for him. He was looking mighty quick at the beginning of this feature, now finds himself in the pit area. Now he's got a new dancing partner on that front row. It's 37, Gary Lindbergh. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are racing side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Lindbergh and Bowman. Bowman slide jobs Lindbergh. That opens up the door for the 6 of Williamson off the bottom. He's going to pull into second. Williamson now to the inside of Lindbergh looking for that second spot. Bowman to the cushion. He's going to lead another lap. We got another car around in 3 and 4. Looks to be the 82 of Tommy Flanagan. As we have to go yellow again, as we've got another parking lot in turn number 1 and 2. Scott Wood, Tyler Willard, and Pot. Yeah, I think that's the 2X of Tom Neal because that's the purple light. So Neal, Wood, Willard, and Podwinski in a pile in 1 and 2. And we had Tommy Flanagan spin out in 3 and 4, 2 separate incidents. RPM's coming up. Here we go. Green flag back out racing once again here at Humberstone. Williamson definitely gets a good start there on the 71. And Bowman tried to crowd him a little bit. Doesn't work. Bowman slide jobs him a 1 and 2. Bowman leads down the back straightaway. Carlton now to the inside Delario. Carlton wants 4th. Carlton has been super fast here at Humberstone in that 96, like I said earlier. Bowman still your leader. Pulls the ghost slider in 1 and 2. Williamson trying to grab the bite off the bottom. Williamson that time to the inside. Bowman. Bowman to the top side, 3 and 4. Williamson to that bottom. Who's going to lead this lap? Bowman by a car. Bowman high side. Williamson bottom side. Side by side down the back straightaway. Williamson now definitely to his inside. Slides up through the middle though. Doesn't get a good bite. Bowman leads the lap again off the cushion. Williamson back to the bottom. Bowman back to the top. Williamson tries to see if he can get a better bite through 3 and 4. Last time he missed the bottom a little bit as Bowman bobbles on the cushion as I say that. And Williamson's going to lead this lap possibly. No, Bowman by a nose. Bowman bobbled that time on the cushion, has opened up the door again for this S&W Service Center 6 of Williamson. Side by side down the back straightaway for the lead. Williamson on the bottom, Bowman on the top. Both cars get a better line through the race that time, and they're going to be side by side again on the line. Bowman leads that lap. 17 in. 18 to go. Bowman, your leader, still followed by Williamson. Lindbergh in 3rd, 4th, Carlton. 5th is Chevalier with Delario in 6th. He wants it back. Darren Peters 7th. 8th, Todd Gordon. 9th, Shane Pierce. And 10, Austin Wood work back up inside the top 10 at the halfway point. Bowman and Williamson out front, still the same spot. Bowman on the top, Williamson on the bottom. Carlton slowly moving in on the 37S of Lindbergh for the podium position. Best battle on the track is for fifth between Chevalier and Delario in the 12 and 08 cars. Bowman clicks off another lap. Delario bobbles on the top. And Chevalier is going to take fifth at the line as they are still side by side for fifth and third now as Carlton moves to the inside of the 37 Lindbergh. Williamson now moves to the top, going to try to gain some momentum on Bowman. Let's see, maybe try a slide job or something. Position on the bottom wasn't working for Williamson. Williamson now back to the bottom as he thinks he is a little faster in 1 and 2, but Bowman's got the power on the top side in 3 and 4, just like I called it. Here's that slide job. Williamson slides across the nose of Bowman, and he's going to lead at the line. Williamson leaves that line after the slide job. Williamson leads lap 22. Williamson going to run the slider line in 3 and 4. That might be the quicker line now. Glenn Steyer's slow in front of them. Williamson has to encounter lap traffic. First one to go a lap down will be the 0 of Steyer's. Williamson safely to the inside of the 0 car. Now Bowman on the top side might get hung up a little behind the 0. Bowman crosses Steyer's, slides in front of him, and now he's back with no lap cars in between him and the leader 6 of Williamson. Williamson puts Podwinski a lap down. Williamson doing a good job to find the bite in the middle of 3 and 4. He pulls the black and cuts off into the good stuff off of 4. Williamson finding a nice line as now he reports to the cushion as he's got the 2 Cooler and Mill in front of him. Williamson your leader, followed by the 71 of Bowman. Third, 37S Lindbergh. Fourth, Carlton in the 96. Fifth is Chevalier in the 12. Williamson slowly starting to pull away now from the 71 of Mike Bowman. Matt Williamson with about half of the back straightaway lead over Bowman, about 15 car lengths. Williamson moving up now on the 73 of Davidson, looking to put him a lap down. Matt Williamson coming complete lap 29 this time, 6 to go for the 6 car of Williamson. That time by as he moves in on 73. Bowman now starting to gain just a little bit maybe on the 6 cars. Williamson slowed up a little behind the 73, trying to put him a lap down. Williamson now reports to the cushion and does clear the 73. Now a lap car in between him and the second place Bowman. Mark Delario slips off the top of 3 and 4. He's going to lose a bunch of position in that 08, so tough break for Delario there as he missed his line in 3 and 4. Williamson clicks off another one, 5 to go. Heavy lap traffic now in front of your leader. They're all running the bottom. Williamson's going to roll the top. Still a half straightaway lead over 71 of early leader Mike Bowman. Lindbergh might slowly be closing in on the 71, but might run out of laps as there's only 3 to go. Williamson now going to try to go 3 wide with the 2 Willard cars in front of him with Pierce and Willard side by side. Williamson doesn't know what to do with them. There's 2 to go at the line. Williamson now half a lap and a half to go in that 6 cars. The cars split up in front of him. Now Williamson able to hold the bottom. Bowman sees his opportunity in that 71, going to try to move in. White flag out. Down the back straightaway, final time looking to pick up his first win of the year here at Humberstone. Top of 3 and 4, checker flag going to be waving. It's going to be Matt Williamson picking up the win. Second going to be Mike Bowman, followed by third Gary Lindbergh. Fourth going to be Carlton. Fifth Chevalier. 6th, Darren Peters. 7th, Austin Wood, team car. 7th, Gordon. 8th, Valerio. 9th, Flanagan, possibly Flanagan or Steyer's, and Scott Wood rounds out the top 10 unofficially. Well, Matt, congratulations. You were skunked here earlier this year at Humberstone. Finally got here to victory lane. Battle with you and Bowman out front. He was the early leader. You saw what he was doing, took him on the top side there. And tell us about the race.
Yeah, it was a good race. I pulled a similar move to him in 3 and 4 as he did me on that restart, just tit for tat racing, and it was good. They did some work to the track this week and made it really racy. We had been last feature out the last few times we've been here, and I felt like the track, was kind of used up when we got it, but it was awesome tonight. Hats off to Dave. He comes to the shop every week, and we drink beers, and I bust his nuts about how the track is. So I think he's got her dialed in. The top's pretty good in 3 and 4, and Terry's done a hell of a nice job at this place. I haven't been over here to say how good of a job he's done, and it's just fortunate we get another place to race at.
Yeah, I definitely hear you there. I forgot about the beauty slide job you pulled for the win there. That was definitely some sprint car stuff in 3 and 4. Tell us about all the people here on the S&W 6 that get you to victory lane for the first time here at Humberstone this year.
That was like what you did to me at Maryville in turn 4 last.
Well, I had to get you. I couldn't let you beat me. I could promise you that. But like I said, sponsors here on the 6.
It was good sprint car racing move. S&W Service Center, obviously everything that Wayne does for me is pretty incredible. I wouldn't be here without him. We struggled on the road lately, and he keeps my confidence up when we get in this thing. So Daryl Johnson Incorporated, Jason Enterprises, Big No Racing Products, Barron's, Performance Heating and Air Conditioning, Integra Shocks, Empire Crane, Williamson Welding, everybody that makes it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for tonight's Rick's Delivery 358 Modified winner. It's Matt Williamson. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it tonight at Humberstone. On behalf of me, Travis Cunningham, and my partner, Steve Sabo, we thank you for coming out. We'll be back in a couple weeks here with another great program, so drive safe, and we will see you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of GForceTV. GForceTV would like to thank you for your support and for watching today's broadcast.